Jinesha, and on paper, I'm what they call a success story. Master's degree, corporate job, real estate business, love, friendship, freedom, all before 30. But let me ask you something. Have you ever checked every box and still felt incomplete? One evening, while having a FaceTime with my mom, she asked me, "Tu khush hai?" which means, "Are you happy?" I said, "Yes." She paused and she asked me again, this time keeping her hand on her heart, "Jinesha, are you happy from here?" I couldn't answer her. That silence broke something open in me. Because my story didn't begin with titles or milestones, it began in a quiet town in India where I was raised in deep love and even deeper tradition. No one ever said I wasn't enough, but there was this unspoken truth that one day I would be part of someone else's family, that sons carry the name and daughters carry the traditions, and eventually they leave. I didn't hear demands, just a quiet sense that legacy had a direction and I wasn't in it. So I decided to become one, strong, steady, capable, a legacy in myself. And when I moved abroad carrying that silent vow, the noise of ambition only grew louder. But with every decision, I also carried some fear. What if something happens to my parents while I'm 8,000 miles away? What if I couldn't take care of them or the family I would have built in future? You see, I wasn't just chasing success. I was trying to build a life big enough to hold everyone I love. So I kept the same rhythm. Work hard, achieve more, rest later. At a given point, I had a thriving 9 to 5, a growing business, my to-do lists never empty. Everything was in motion except me. I could see growth everywhere around myself except within me. I was getting things done, but barely feeling any of it. I was dumping joy into later. Birthdays, never mind. Dinner with friends, maybe next month. Peace became a checkbox, and love, just a reminder on my phone. Now that I look back, it wasn't the weight of responsibilities. There was something bigger missing. It was the absence of alignment. And one day, right in the middle of all this chaos, I remember something simple people always say, "You just need to take a breath." And I was like, you know what? Let me actually take one. And not just any breath, a conscious one. It's always been my companion, something you start your life with, and the last thing you surrender to before you let go. So before I go on, let's try something together, right? I request you all to sit up tall. Feel free to put away your phones, water glasses, bags. We will be closing our eyes and our ears, unclenching our jaws, inhaling and exhaling hummingly, just like this. Let's try one more time. Beautiful. Now let's come back. That's called Bhramari pranayama. It's a gentle breathing technique from yoga where you make a humming sound like a soft P. Sounds simple, right? But it's more than just a sound. It's a vibration, it's a frequency. And what I didn't know then, but learned later, is that this vibration reaches deep. It stimulates your vagus nerves, the one that tells your body, you're safe, you can soften, you're home. In just a few minutes, my breath slowed, my heartbeat softened, and my thoughts felt quieter. Later, I discovered that scientists have actually studied this, that this kind of breathing can actually shift your nervous system, lower your blood pressure, and improve something called heart rate variability. Just a fancy way of saying your body becomes better at handling stress. Brain scans even show more alpha waves, the one that helps you feel clear, calm, and aware. I see those looks on the faces. Sounds silly, right? I thought so too. But it changed everything for me because I just didn't breathe. I reset. That one breath showed me what all of my hustling had hidden, that stillness was the key. Stillness is not a weakness. It's a strategy with a real impact that gifted me clarity, how to separate my voice from my noise, grounding to return to who I am and not just what I do, alignment to ask, does this support who I am becoming? So I stopped overfilling my days just to feel worthy. Now I ask myself, does this align with my truth? That one question changed the way how I work, how I lead, and how I live. So I started weaving stillness into small movements, quiet reflections, pen on paper, footsteps by the lake. I didn't feel productive. I felt undeniably present, like time had stopped, like I could hear my own breath hum in sync with the wind, and I noticed how alive everything felt, even myself. And here's what I learned. Legacy is not about the names you carry or the traditions you inherit or the titles you gain. Legacy is about the presence you leave in every moment, fully lived. My mom once asked me, "Kusha, are you happy?" I couldn't answer her then. And now she doesn't ask me anymore because she sees me live it. So here's what I leave you all with. When life feels like a race, pause. When you forget who you are, breathe. When you lose your center, hum. Because in a world that glorifies hustle, it's revolutionary to own your pace, to own your peace, and to own your presence. Stillness is not about slowing down. It's about showing up to meet yourself again, fully, finally, and authentically. And that, my friends, is the power I came here to share. Thank you.